On them back roads where the alligators crawl in the swamp land, we ain't worried about no law. You can find me in the woods with my dogs under pine trees in the land of the lost.
I've been drinking on this whiskey, got my head up in the clouds, and if this world keep fucking with me, I ain't never coming down. So fuck this mask and all this trash that y'all keep trying to spread around. Tip your glass or kiss my ass, but I ain't dealing with you clowns.
Bless them all, land of the lost. God bless them all, land of the lost. I was raised in the country, and I paid all my dues. I was made in the country, and I won't change just for you. The place I call my home is deep out in the woods. If you don't belong, you better keep about these woods. Like my trucks are loud and my car's real fast, and I love the sound of a shotgun blast. Come around acting all big and bad, then Mr. Postman, that's gonna be your ass. Now I pray to the Lord above, trouble stays a hell away from us. But just in case one day it comes, I'm not afraid, I got 'em loaded up. It's in my blood, it's in my roots, I keep it real down to my boots. And they hate to see me winning, cause they say I'm born to lose. Might be true, but I ain't losing, I ain't making no excuses. In the land of the lost, you gotta keep it moving. On them back roads where the alligators crawl in the swamp land, we ain't worried about no law. You can find me in the woods with my dogs under pine trees in the land of the lost.
I've been drinking on this whiskey, got my head up in the clouds, and if this world keep fucking with me, I ain't never coming down. So fuck this mask and all this trash that y'all keep trying to spread around. Tip your glass or kiss my ass, but I ain't dealing with you clowns.
Bless them all, land of the lost. God bless them all,
Come on.
land of the lost. New breed.
It was backwoods and fishing holes, wild hogs and tadpoles. It was bobcats and backhoes. We were haul ass on these back roads. A bunch of assholes and country hicks, outlaws and lunatics. They would chew tobacco, smoke cigarettes, and the breath smelled like old Milwaukee's best. Back then, no one even ever heard of meth, but nowadays everybody wanna flirt with death. You better purry up the guy for the ones that's left, but between me and you, it's a hell of a mess. I mean, drive through the country, take a look around, y'all. You can smell the meth cooking like a fucking hound dog. And I put too many of my friends in the ground, or they locked in the pen and they ain't never coming out. Then the pills came and shit for real changed. Childhood just don't feel the same. Daddy strung out and we got bills to pay, so we caught a case and got locked away. Back in the day, it was different times. I guess I came up in the nick of time, cause I still seen hell and been victimized. But I'ma get what's mine, cause I'm a different kind. I'm wide awake, I don't sleep good. I'm from Rock Ridge and Creekwood. In the deep woods, I was raised up, so this bullshit don't faze us. No government gon' save us. Ain't no way in hell you gon' play us. We prayed up, these masks off. In these last days, this is last call. Your soft ass won't last long. You better stand up and be a man, boy. Don't back down when it goes down. You better learn how to throw hands, boy.
On them back roads where the alligators crawl in the swamp land, we ain't worried about no law. You can find me in the woods with my dogs under pine trees in the land of the lost.
I've been drinking on this whiskey, got my head up in the clouds, and if this world keep fucking with me, I ain't never coming down. So fuck this mask and all this trash that y'all keep trying to spread around. Tip your glass or kiss my ass, but I ain't dealing with you clowns.
Bless them all, land of the lost. God bless them all, land of the lost.
Good evening and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. I'm Steve McMillan along with BJ Duvall. And first on the track in qualifying in car number 25 is Dylan Merriam from Portland, Oregon in the 25 machine. Also on the track, the 46 is Sean Kostritza. In the 46, Brendan Robertson also on the track in car number 2. And look at Brendan Robertson go to the top chart, but Dylan goes right past him with a 22.91. And look at Sean Kostritza up to quick time in the 46. Well, BJ?
Yeah. Going over points right now, trying to see where everybody's at. Brandon Robertson goes to the top of the chart here in qualifying with a 22.65. He's currently sitting 6th in points right now. He's going to be looking to have a good run and try to work his way up there. Our points leader, Scott Fritz, has not yet... Yes, he is in the lobby. I was going to say he's not yet joined us, but he has. Just hasn't put a lap time down yet. Looking at right now, Stephen Thomas in the 23 out on track. He's going to be taking the green flag right here. We'll see what he can do here in qualifying.
Also on the track is Bryce Hunter and Nate Maurer. Look at Radburn Shutters going quick time in the 44 machine.
Nearly 0.2 of a difference there, Steve. You see that? And that is an absolutely flying time for Radburn Shutters in the 44. Nate Maurer's going to fall in behind him, as well as Stephen Thomas is going to take that second spot away from Maurer, actually. Thomas still sitting at 10th behind Shutters.
And look at that number 9 machine. Bryce Hunter. Car looks like that's chickenpox on it. No, I'm just joking. I gotta give him a hard time. He gonna kill me, but it's alright.
So, drivers to watch tonight while we continue to watch qualifying. Scott Fritz, our current points leader. Joey Doucette's in 2nd in points. He's going to be looking to try to take that spot away. He sits 21 points behind Scott Fritz, and it's Adam Lancaster, Mo Abbott, and Michael Robinson. Both of those two tied for 4th. That is the top 5 in points right now. As we take a look at Jason Collins, the number 3 machine from London, Kentucky. He's going to come around, take the green flag, head down to turn number 1. We'll see what he can do here.
Oh, got a little loose there. That's going to hurt his time. So the first lap really going to be a throwaway for Jason Collins. Go look at the 33 Ed James Silvers from Waynesville, North Carolina. Coming out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. He goes quick time with a 22.42. Also, last week's winner, BJ, in the Cup Series, right?
Yes, last week's winner in the Cup Series out at Bristol Dirt came home with a win. He's been the bridesmaid of the Xfinity Series for the most part. He had a couple of bad weeks last week, coming home in 3rd, which is only 1 spot worse. And the week before, came home in 4th. So he's been in the top 5 the entire season, which is the reason why he is our points leader. It's going to be interesting to see how well, as he said himself, his dirt experience is going to play over here on the short track.
And next on track, car number 22, that's Tyler Evans. Tyler Evans from Waynesville, North Carolina, the Quarterstone Motorsports developmental driver. Tyler the Weapon Evans. Now, the Weapon. I don't know if that's a good nickname or a bad nickname.
Oh, I guess we'll have to wait and find out. It's yeah, we'll see what we'll see what kind of a weapon he is.
And look at Brad Neer. He goes 4th quick in a 6 car from Warsaw, Indiana. Brad Neer, and he loses it down the back straightaway.
That means his second lap will be a DNC. Does not count. Currently, our top 5 is James Silvers in lead with a 26.86. Sorry, a 22.86 22.42, and then it is going to be Radburn Shutters, Stephen Thomas, Bradneer, and Jason Collins, your top 5. Looking on screen now, we've got Michael Robinson in the 88. He is one of the drivers tied for that 5th position in points. He's going to be trying to make some moves here tonight and try to get up through the field. We'll see what he can lay down here in qualifying, see if he can get a good start at it.
Right now, he's 13th quickest on the board as he comes down the front straightaway here for his second time lap. Let's see, Michael Robbins can go any quicker. He does not. He will be 13th quick. Mo Abbott in the 48 from Sacramento, California, currently sitting 15th in the time right now.
15th in time, and he's the one that, ironically, Michael Robinson is tied for in points. Let's see if he can do better on his second lap. Does not look as though he's going to. He's going to start backing it down now into turn number 1. And he's right back on it. I believe he's just getting some practice now.
Just getting some practice. 19 drivers have timed in, out 23 drivers who have not timed in is Darius Boyd, Braden Black, Josh Clements, and Travis Twitty. But James Silver's at the top of the chart right now, quickest with a 22.42. Radburn Shutters second. You got Stephen Thomas, Brad Deere, Jason Collins, and Adam Lancaster, Nate Maurer, Brandon Robertson, Robbie Richards, and Chris the Bourgeois. How do you say that again?
You got it.
I got it. All right.
The Bourgeois.
Rounding out your top 10 here at Richmond. 150 laps tonight. BJ wins the stage break.
The stage break, that is a good question. I will answer that momentarily. Richmond, our stage break is on the lap 48 is what I'm showing out of lap 150. 150 laps tonight, stage break on lap 48. So that with that stage break, see right now Mo Abbott still on screen. I started to say he's on screen, but he's been there. All right, so with the stage break, the top 10 drivers at the end of the stage will receive points, starting with 10 points to the leader, all the way down to 1 point to 10th place, as well as the leader bringing home that all-important playoff point. It's going to play dividends at the end of the season to see who's going to be sitting where when it comes to playoff time.
Awesome there. As we're just watching the 48 making laps around the track here, getting some practice in before we go into the main event, the Bluegrass 150. Don't forget, tomorrow night, the Cup Series will be here. And that's going to be something you don't want to miss either. Short track racing. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely. It is always fun. It's always enjoyable to watch the Cup cars get out there and run the short tracks, the tight paces. And it looks like Travis Twitty is out on track now as well. You see him there on screen in the 29 machine from Polk County, North Carolina. Travis Twitty will go 20th quick. Looks like he's just pacing slowly around the track. There's lap times. Not real sure if there's more behind that or not.
All right. Qualifying is over. Here is your results for qualifying on the board. James Silver's, Radburn Shutter, Stephen Thomas, Brad Deere, Jason Collins, your top 5. Here's your starting lineup for the Bluegrass 150 on the pole. And the Cornerstone Motorsports car number 33 is James Silver's. To his outside, his teammate in the Cornerstone Motorsports car number 44, Radburn Shutters.
Inside row number 2, it's going to be the 23 of Stephen Thomas. And to his outside from Cornerstone Motorsports, the 6 of Brad Neer.
Row number 3 to the inside, the Bluegrass Motorsports car number 3 is Jason Collins. To his outside, Elite Motorsports car number 1, Adam Lancaster.
Row number 4 is going to be Simbox Motorsports 971, Nate Maurer. And to his outside, the 2 of Brandon Robertson.
Row number 5 on the inside, in car number 12, he hails from Carolina. It's Robbie Richards. To his outside, in the 83, it's Chris LeBourgeois.
Cornerstone Motorsports number 22 of Tyler Evans will make up the inside of row 6. Wolf Pumps number 46 of Sean Kostritza to his outside.
All right, and starting on your 7th row on the inside, in Empire Motorsports car number 88 is Michael Robbins. And to his outside, the Pioneer Racing car number 9 is Bryce Hunter.
Mo Abbott in the 48 from Color Teal Racing will be on the inside of row number 8 with T-Berry Motorsports. Our points leader Scott Fritz in the 01 on his outside.
Row number 9 in Elite number 7 is Justin Winters. To his outside, and the 25 is Dylan Merriam.
Tony Iverson in the 72 from Iverson Autosports inside row number 10. To his outside, the high side Hustlers 29 is Travis Twitty.
Row number 11 to the inside, Brendan Plains. And car number 10 is Darius Boyd. And to his outside, the J2R. Car number 99 is Josh Clements. And rounding out your field is Brandon Black in the 56. All right, BJ.
Smaller field tonight, Steve.
Smaller field from the backwoods.
There it goes again. Did I see a little bit of chrome on that pace car? Did they chrome that pace car?
Well, it looked a little different, didn't it?
It sure did. I think they put chrome in the white. They did. Look at that thing. That thing's got a little shine to it.
Well, I did some editing.
Oh, wait.
No, I'm just joking. Yeah, it does look pretty neat there, doesn't it?
It does. I like it.
All right, Barney, the iRacing flagman, looking over the field. He's going to give them the 1-to-go signal. We'll be going green next time by James Silvers and Radbird Shutters on your front row teammates.
Drivers getting instruction from race control. Just another reminder that they have to wait on Barney, the iRacing flagman, to wave the green flag. He is in control of this field here tonight at the initial start. And
Barney was kind of grumpy last night. He threw that one caution.
He was a little grumpy last night. You should have heard what he was saying in the booth after everybody went to bed.
All right, the pace car is in. Here comes James Silvers bringing the field to the green. Barney's waving that green flag. We're racing here at Richmond. Down into turn number 1, Silvers has the early lead. The 44 of Shutters on the outside. The 23 of Stephen Thomas is inside. Shutters will take over that second with Thomas falling back into his third position with the 6 of Brad Neer. Now look at Jason Collins taking over that 5th spot as we come to complete lap number 1, BJ.
Yes, we are, as the top 5 drivers now are single filing it out. Jason Collins in that 5th spot. Collins last week, he had a very interesting race. He fell back. He had some rough moments there. We won't go into any kind of detail, but he had to pull it into the pits for some other reasons besides racing. Pulled it into the pits for a while, which caused him to fall way back and even go a lap down, and somehow managed to bring his way back into second. We'll be interested to see what he can do here tonight, as we have a battle going on for second. It's the 23 of Stephen Thomas on the outside of Shutters.
Good races will complete lap number 3. They're still side by side for second. Try to take it easy, save those tires. And now you look at Thomas. He edges over Shutters down the back straightaway. Shutters keeps it down low next to that yellow line. Pulls alongside him as they exit turn number 4 down the front straightaway. But at the line, Stephen Thomas, is credited with that second place.
Last night we watched the win by Keith Hackney in the Truck Series be taken on the outside line. I'm wondering right now if Stephen Thomas didn't see that happen and decided to make the move to the outside in kind, trying to get things moving, trying to get working his way up and hold on to his tires as much as possible. At the same time, these top drivers, looks like all the way back through about the top 12, top 15, have already single filed out. These drivers being very patient tonight. Quite a ways to go until we reach the stage break.
Definitely. I mean, single filed out on lap number 6, fixing to complete it out turn number 4. James Silver's your early race leader, with Stephen Thomas up to second. Redbird Shutters has fallen back to third. Then you have Brad Deere, Jason Collins, and Adam Lancaster, your top 6. Brandon Robertson up 1 spot in that 2 machine. And then you had Nate Maurer and Robbie Richards and Tyler Evans, your top 10. Now look, Adam Lancaster goes a little high on that exit.
Does go a little bit high, but is no harm to him as he retains the position over Robertson. You know, Steve, looking back up front, James Silvers, he's not had the greatest start to this season. We're nearing the halfway point sooner than later here in the Xfinity Series. And James Silvers has not had the best start. He's sitting 20th in points. We're looking on board now with Stephen Thomas. He's trying to run down James Silvers. Silvers off to a great start already in this race, setting the pace, taking command of this field. As of right now, the way it sits, he's under no pressure from behind.
Well, you know, you look at the in-car, and you really wouldn't think about the banking here, but look at the car, the gyro cam, how much the banking is.
It's definitely a lot more than what it appears when you're just looking across the track. But when it comes to short tracks, this is one of the flatter tracks here at Richmond. See, the whole front straightaway has that same banking. It never really levels out across the front straightaway. It levels out a little bit down the back straightaway, but it holds that same bank through a lot from turns number 3 all the way back around to turns number 2. That allows for a lot of speed to be carried here at this short little, I believe it's a 1 mile track of Richmond.
Well, right now you talk about big movers. The biggest mover right now is car number 56 of Green Black. He's up 5 spots in the 18th position. Green Black so far your biggest mover tonight. Then you have Michael Robbins. He's in 10th. He's up 3 spots in the 88 machine.
Michael Robinson, he's looking to make the moves. He's looking to try to find his way forward. He's doing a good job of it right now. Mo Abbott, the driver that he's tied with in points right now for 4th, is just 2 cars behind him, sitting in 12th. Both of those drivers are up 3 spots. Both of those drivers working their way through this field slowly but surely. It all comes down tonight as to who finishes where, whether or not they will stay side by side in points. That, Steve, they still have that stage to factor in, and as of right now, Robertson is in position to get points for that stage, and Mo Abbott is not.
That's right. You look a little further back. There's the 56 of Green Black up to the rear end of the 22 of Tyler Evans. And right ahead of them is Justin Winters and Scott Fritz. As we're on lap number 15 here. As they're coming down the back straightaway into turn number 3, James Silver so far has led all 15 laps out of turn number 4 to complete lap number 15 here at Richmond. You're watching the Bluegrass 150, the Bluegrass Xfinity Series live on Ultimate Dirt TV.
Silver still continuing to hold that pace, still leading the single file line throughout almost this entire field. Nearly 23 cars single filed out. Our current points leader of Scott Fritz, he's still sitting back in 15th, and he started in 16th, Steve. He seems to be struggling here tonight. Can't seem to get his footing and find his way forward.
Well, yeah, I mean, each to their own. This track brings different difficulty to some drivers. Some drivers love it. Some drivers hate it here at Richmond. As you look, the 23 and Stephen Thomas there closed up to the rear end of the 33 of James Silvers. As they're coming down the back straightaway, James Silvers tucks it in. He didn't really gain much out of 3 and 4.
No, he really didn't. Both these drivers holding quite similar pace. They're just 5/100ths apart from each other. I'd say about on average for the last 10 laps, they've been right even with each other. One will gain a little bit through one corner. The next will gain a little bit the next corner. They're holding about even. If you watch closely, you can see different strong points on different drivers. Right now, you see Jason Collins looking to make a move to the inside. That is on Brad Neer right there on his outside, trying to defend. These two drivers starting to get a little bit loose. I see it there. Collins, you see just a little bobble out of his car off turn number 2. Starting to show wear on the tires, starting to have a harder time handling these cars, Steve.
As the laps wind down, the car get a little bit looser. And, right now, you look at the weather, the track temperature is 117 degrees. And it's 83-degree air temp.
117-degree track temp. That is nuts. The sun has been beating on this track all day long. And these cars, they're going to feel like they're on ice skates. Those higher temperatures, those hot temperatures on the track surface, it's going to make these cars feel like they're on ice skates. Impressive job by these drivers right now to not be losing control of their cars entirely, not be spinning out. It's got to be a big factor as to why these drivers single filing it out and not being so aggressive here tonight.
Well, your top 3 are pulled away. Then you go back to Jason Collins in 4th, Adam Lancaster, your top 5. Brad Neer's falling back to 6th spot. He's lost 2 spots and started the race. And then you got some side-by-side action with Nate Maurer and Brandon Robertson. Robertson to his outside. Maurer to the inside there. Good battle going on as they come to the front straightaway. Maurer will take over the 7th position.
Maurer started in 7th. He's taken 7th, back away from Brandon Robertson. Robertson trying to get that position from on the outside or hold that position on the outside. And outside the line seemed like it was the place to be early on as we watched a couple of these drivers such as Stephen Thomas take 2nd away from Radburn Shutters there. Right now, Brandon Robertson is trying to do the same thing. As we look on board with Robbie Richardson, the 12 machine, watching this battle from behind. Looking at the back bumper now of Maurer as we come out of turn number 2. There's a little bobble out of these cars. Seems like that inside line starting to get a little bit loose, but loose is fast, Steve. You always heard it. Loose is fast here on the asphalt side. If you hold on to that car, it's free. It's able to get moving. You can take it wherever you want it to go when it's loose, as long as you can hold on to it. And right now it's starting to look like that's the way it's going to be here on the inside.
Well, looking at the fan cam. As you see, James Silvers, your race leader, coming out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway.
Now, whose phone did you steal this time? Bryce ain't even here tonight.
Oh, I never gave the fan never gave Bryce's phone back, so.
Whoopsie. Maybe that's why I wasn't here. He didn't have his alarm clock. Oh, he is here. He's in 13th right now. Bryce, he's still on track and he's moving forward.
All right, we're going to crank it up on lap number 28. James Silvers continues to lead here at Richmond for the Bluegrass 150. BJ, has been a good, steady race as much of the field still single filed out. You'll see a few battles here and there, but as soon as they get the pass complete, they go back to single file.
Yes, they do. These drivers staying very, very calm. I think that's going to be indicative tonight with the high track temperatures. You're going to see it constantly. These drivers trying to stay calm, trying to keep their cars under control. It's going to be difficult to do. See cars all throughout the field getting wobbly, getting loose. And right now that seems to be playing into James Silver's hands as he has been running a very steady pace this entire race. Currently, that last time by the Radburn Shutters was actually 2/10 quicker nearly than James Silver's, but Silver's still holding on to it, still doing a good job controlling the field, controlling the track.
As you look at the times there, the last 5 laps, Shutters has been quicker than Silver's. But look at Stephen Thomas. He's starting to fall off pace there from the top 2.
Yeah, Thomas, he ran a little bit harder the first few laps, which worked his way into second. Radburn Shutters stayed nice and calm, and now he's taking that second position back away from Thomas and is running down Silver's. Can't help but wonder if he didn't sit back and try to conserve his tires a little bit more. Now his tires have got heated and been starting to stick to that hot asphalt, starting to gain on Silver's. We look a little further back. Jason Collins is now under attack from Adam Lancaster. Lancaster caught right up to his back bumper. You see he's taking a peek to the inside now off of turn number 4. Collins gets a little loose there off of turn 4. That's going to open the door for Lancaster. Lancaster, the inside of him in turn number 1.
Lancaster will take over at that 4th spot as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Give it to Lancaster. Oh, Collins gets loose and definitely Nate Maurer. A defensive move there. He's going to lose a couple of spots as he falls back to 7th. There's Robbie Richards. He's up 3 spots in that number 12 machine. And we said earlier, your biggest mover was Braden Black. That still holds true. He's at fine positions to start the race. The next person with the highest mover with 4 spots is Mo Abbott in the 48 machine, currently running in that 11th position. As you look at Michael Robinson there in front of him in the 88th. Then you got Brandon Robertson in front of him.
Yeah, these drivers sticking very close with each other. Michael Robinson and Mo Abbott, those 2 drivers, they're looking to see who's going to take that 4th position. Almost secured in the top 5 as it stands right now. I just lost my train of thought on that one. But the drivers are still single filed out, still staying calm. Just 10 laps to go here in the stage.
Well, don't overwork that little peanut of yours, because I mean, that'd be a heartbreak to have to get it restarted.
Too many numbers. Somebody give me a jump start.
As you look at the battle, look at the 12. That is Robbie Richards. Looking to the inside of Jason Collins. That's for 5th and 6th on the board. They pull alongside each other out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Collins with the preferred line, BJ, so he ain't giving up too easily.
No, he's not running that middle line. We've seen quite a bit of passing going on here on the outside line. You see he takes a position, starts to pull off from the 12th machine of Robbie Richards. He's been struggling, though, the last several laps by. We saw Adam Lancaster get by him, and now those 2 behind him of Robbie Richards and Nate Maurer have caught up to him and now putting heavy pressure on him down into turn number 1. Collins still on the outside, still holding even with him. We'll see if Collins get the run on the outside and take that spot back away from Robbie Richards, and he does. Richards still holding pressure. Looks like Maurer was looking to take him 3 wide momentarily there down in turn number 3.
I was going to say, don't be scared, Maurer. Put it in there.
Well, what was that famous saying with Dale Earnhardt? I think I could fit through there.
As they come down the back straightaway, on lap number 41, James Silvers continues to lead as they're getting into some lap traffic. They just lapped Dylan Merriam, Josh Clemens, and Travis Twitty. Silvers in the 33, Radburn Shutters in the 44. Their teammates 1-2 right now. Those drivers trying to put on a clinic. Stephen Thomas in that 3rd spot there to 23. Travis Twitty is the lap car right in front of him. And the 99 is the lap car. That is Josh Clemens. And there is your fourth place runner, Adam Lancaster.
And meanwhile, going on up front, I saw it momentarily just as it went off the side of the screen. It looked like Radburn Shutters had a nose on the inside of Sowers, but that apparently quickly closed down as these two drivers have single filed back out. Can't help but wonder if they're not just trying to stick together as teammates, not battle it out, not risk losing positions. I say that, but then it looked like momentarily Shutters was going to stick his nose underneath Silvers again and then backed it off.
Definitely, as you look at the lap times, Shutters was a little bit slower on lap number 43 as they come to the line. Let's look. He was quicker that time.
Shutters definitely has the speed. Not sure yet whether or not they're just playing nice with each other as teammates, or if Shutters is going to try to go for that playoff win as they cross stripe this time. It'll be 3 laps to go, or stage win, not playoff. This time by, it'll be 3 laps to go on the stage. Not sure how they're going to play it out, whether they're going to stay where they are or battle it out to the end. As we look on board with Bryce Hunter, our co-announcer, Steve, for Mondays and Wednesdays. It's good to see him out on track. He's doing a fairly decent job right now. He is running in 11th there, taking positions on the outside.
Wasn't that evil grin he has on his face right there?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
I got a question.
What?
How was Kansas City in Missouri and not Kansas City in Kansas?
Well, it just is, BJ.
Well, why?
Kansas City, Missouri?
Is there a Kansas City in Kansas?
Google it. That's what Google's for. If you don't know, Google. That's your best
All
friend.
right, well, I'm going to.
As we complete lap number 48, James Silvers still your race leader. Radburn Shutters right there, and there's the caution for your stage. Give it to James Silvers, picking up the stage win. Shutters in second, Thomas in third, Lancaster, Richards, Maurer, Collins, Robinson, Abbott, and Hunter, your top 10.
Silver's going to bring home that all-important stage win and the bonus playoff point, as well as 10 season points. Shutters will get 9, Thomas 8, Lancaster 7, Richards 6, Maurer 5, Collins 4, Robinson 3, Abbott 2, and Hunter 1. That is your stage points. The drivers head down pit road, being led by our stage winner James Silvers. He has led flag to flag so far. And Steve, I do have confirmation. Our good friend Google, he has kindly responded. There is such a thing as Kansas City, Kansas, and there's even a college there, but that is not where the Kansas City Chiefs are from. I learned something new today.
There you go. See, I tell you, Google's your best friend if you didn't know.
Hey, he's a pretty good guy. He knows everything.
And sometimes I just want people to be smart, so I'm like, Google, so you can be smart. James Silvers back out first on the track. BJ's going to try to catch up with James Silvers for a little quick interview.
Looking for him. Not seeing him. Oh, I got him. All right, I will be right back.
As they come off of pit road, Silver, Shutters, Thomas, Lancaster, and Richards, your top 5. You got Maurer, Collins, Twitty, Robinson, and Abbott. As Twitty now goes down to pit road. That's going to allow Bryce Hunter to move up to that 10th position.
All right, and we have caught up with our stage winner, James Silverson, at number 33. James, what a run, just showing the way here in stage number 1.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was kind of surprised that we qualified first and second and held first and second, but we ended up pulling pretty good. So if we can just keep that going for the rest of the race, we should be all right.
Now, you ran, as you already said, first and second with your teammate there of Shutters. Quite a few laps there towards the end of the stage. He was showing quicker times than what you were. Was there a strategy going on there? Were you guys just playing nice with each other, staking 1-2 in your positions?
Yeah.
Well, alrighty then. All right, so you're looking at right around 95 laps to the end of the race when we go back green. What's your game plan moving into the rest of this race?
Well, we're going to try to split it down the middle if we can for the rest of the stage and just try to pit one more time. But, yeah, it's going to have to be pretty difficult to hold Radburn off because, I mean, he is my teammate, so he's going to give me a little bit of space, but he definitely knows how to outsave, and he's getting faster and faster the past couple of weeks. So try to keep my teammate behind me and try to get us a 1-2 finish here.
Alrighty, well, congratulations again on your stage win. We'll let you get back at it. Lights should be going up momentarily. There they go. Get you back down there in Cornerstone. Good luck to you.
All right, appreciate it, buddy.
All right, that was James Silvers picking up your stage win. Barney, the iRacing flagman, looking over the field. He's telling them, pay attention to the start zone. As we saw last night, that yellow flag would come whipping out in a hurry.
Yes, it will. Looks like Silver's going to choose the inside for the restart. Shutters on his outside. Teammates side by side, 1 and 2 on the stage. 1 and 2 the majority of this race. Pace car is off there in the start zone. Field is in the hands of Silvers, and he's on the loud pedal. Great start for Silvers. He's off to a 2-car length lead at the stripe.
Silver's going into turn number 1. Look at the 23 of Stephen Thomas. He's in that second spot. They come out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Shutters is followed back to third. Then you got Adam Lancaster. He's under attack by the 12 of Robbie Richards. He's at 4 positions right now. Then you got Nate Bauer under attack by the 3 of Jason Collins. And then even further back, you got Michael Robinson and Bo Abbott battling. That's for 8th and 9th on the track. Then you got Scott Fritz in that 10th position in the 0-1.
Scott Fritz finally making his moves. He's up 6 positions now. He's following Mo Abbott, who is also up 6 positions. Those two drivers starting to work their way through the field now that the first stage is done. Pit stops, pit strategies worked into their favor. Everybody in on this field right now did take 4 tires. Everybody on this field's on even playing ground right now. So we have a little bit of a connection issue there with James Silvers. No harm, no foul. They're still going. Stephen Thomas made his way back in a second. We saw him do this at the start of the race. Took second away from Radburn Shutters. He's looking heavy on the back of James Silvers right now. Looks like he might be wanting to make a move here this time, Steve.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying his best. And look at Adam Lancaster. They're in that 4th position. Up 2 spots at the start of the race. He's been taking it kind of easy the first 50 laps. As we go a little further back, there is Brad Deere. He's lost 8 positions at the start of the race. Currently running in that 12th position. Bryce Hunter, he restarted 10th. He's currently in 14th. He's under attack by Justin Winters. Winters to the inside. Give it to Winters. That's 13th position. Looking a little further back through the field, there is Braden Black battling with the 83, Chris LeBourgeois. And then you have Travis Twitty, the last car on the lead lap, on 21st position. As we
look back up front, Radburn Shutter starting to look to the outside of Thomas once again, side by side. A little bit of contact on the back straightaway. No harm, no foul. Both drivers hold on to it. Nobody loses position. Still side by side, door to door for that second position. Shutter's going to take the position away once again from Thomas. Those drivers sit 1, 2, 3 once again. Silver, Shutters, and Thomas.
As right out the field, it's pretty bunched up, but single filed out right now. Just buying their time, taking it easy as they're on lap number 62. Coming out of turn number 4. And why not, BJ? Let's go back to cranking it up. Lap number 64, James Silvers has led all 64 laps here at Richmond. Try to put on a clinic, lead start to finish. That's his goal right now. As his teammate Radburn shutters in that second spot in the 44. You know, the Truck Series was kind of interesting after their stage break. The Xfinity Series kind of chilled and relaxed.
Yes, it is. You know, we had tons of battles, quite a few cautions in the second half of the truck race. The first half, even without the cautions, we had a lot of battles. And, you know, one thing I'm looking back at, one thing I'm thinking, last night in the trucks, we had Josh Abbey that dominated the entire race. And then it got stolen right at the end by Keith Hackney, who started the back of the field. Right now, I'm looking for a similar thing to happen here. James Silvers really needs this win for points. He's already got the stage win. He's already helped himself out. I'm wondering if we're not going to see a repeat of last night in the trucks.
Well, you never know. Only time can tell. Now it's Thomas to the inside. At the line. Oh, give it to Radburn at the line. Radburn in that 44. Just when you think he's gonna give it to Thomas, he always edges back around. Now they're back to single file up front. Look at a little back mid-pack there. I believe that was the 2 of Brandon Robertson there. And then you have Justin Winters. That is for 10th and 11th on the board. And right ahead of the 2 of Brandon Robertson, it's Scott Fritz in the 0-1. Picking up the Cup Series win at Bristol last week.
You know, I can't help but wonder, Radburn shutters falling back to allow Stephen Thomas on his inside and then taking it right back away from him. I can't help but wonder if that's not part of Radburn shutters saving tires. You know, he's running the laps down low, then he moves it up high, trying to keep the tire wear even, which is allowing Stephen Thomas to get beside him, and then he gets back on the gas, gets back away from him, and keeps himself back in the safe zone. As we look back, we got a battle going on for 4th. That is going to fall back in. Jason Collins on the radio, he is allowing Nate Maurer to come back in line, telling him he is clear to come back up there. Good driving, good respectable actions there out of the drivers on track.
Well, look at James Silvers now pulling away from Radburn shutters. Doing a pretty good job as we look at, let's see here, the lap times. Well, that last lap, Shutters was quicker. But on lap 70, Silvers were quicker.
Silvers was quicker by nearly a half a second, 0.4 of a second to be exact quicker than Shutters. And then lap 71 and 72, both Shutters was faster by 0.2 of a second. Really makes me fall right back into the same thought of, is Shutters just saving his tires a couple laps at a time here or there, trying to keep himself in position to be able to attack Silvers without losing too much ground on him.
Then in third place, you look at Stephen Thomas there. You got Adam Lancaster and Nate Maurer, your top 5. Collins in that 6th position, Robbie Richards, Mo Abbott, Scott Fritz, and Brandon Robertson, your top 10 here at Richmond for the Bluegrass 150. You're watching live on Ultimate Dirt TV, Facebook, and YouTube. And also on the Bluegrass iRacing Facebook page and YouTube and dirtfan.com and some other fine places too besides that.
Robbie Richards being chased down by Mo Abbott and Scott Fritsch right now. Those two drivers are the biggest movers, both up 7 positions, both running nose to tail right now, looking to pick up more spots as they're right up on the tail of the number 12 machine, looking to the outside of the 12. Mo Abbott leading the charge between those two drivers. Fritz following right behind him. He's their current points leader, looking to do it once again here tonight, trying his hardest. Abbott, he's had a couple of bad luck runs for him. A couple weeks ago, he got loose on a restart, nearly took out half the field on the restart, and pretty much ending his night the week before, getting collected in a caution. He's going to be looking to redeem himself, and he's doing a good job of it right now as he's worked his way up inside the top 10.
Still some battling going on with Nate Maurer and Mo Abbott. That's a battle for 7th and 8th on the board. Mo Abbott looking to the inside. He looked like the car pushed up a tad bit. No harm, no foul. Keeps it going. And then look back up front. Look at Shutters. He's closed the gap back on James Silvers there. Back up to the tail tank.
Yeah, Shutters this early in the race. He's probably going to stay tucked in behind Silvers. So they're probably going to run until their pit strategy. They said they're going to split it. We went back to green, I believe it was lap 56 when the green flag was waving. So if they're going to split it at that point, they're going to be looking for lap 60 to 65, or lap 100 to 105 to take it to the end from there. So I imagine these two are probably going to stay calm, probably going to stay nose to tail, trying to keep it ahead of Stephen Thomas, keep him from attacking. You see there on your right side of the screen, everybody pitted on lap 50. Everybody's on a 30-lap stint right now as it sits. I do just love that little graph we got going on that one.
It does. It makes it kind of interesting.
It really does, and it's so much prettier than mine.
All right, Silver's out front. Shutters in second. Thomas in third. Lancaster, Collins, Richards, Abbott, Maurer, and Robertson and Fritz, your top 10. And then you look a little further back. Brad Neer in the 6th machine, currently running 13th. And let's see here. Winners right now in that 10th position, battling with Hunter and Robertson. Good battle going on for that 9th, 10th, and 11th spot there.
There's this hornet's nest right there behind Winners now. 4 cars starting to battle it out for position, currently being led by the number 9 machine, Bryce Hunter. You know, Steve, Bryce is on a pretty good run tonight. He's not had the greatest season. He's sitting in 11th spot right now. He's looking strong for a top 10 if things keep going the way that they're going.
Well, he's trying something. Maybe last night we'll put a little spark underneath him. Who knows? As you see a battle there with Brad Neer and Brandon Robertson there. That's a battle for 12th and 13th on the board. Going back up front, the 33 machine of Silvers continues to lead. The 56, that is Braden Black, actually battling to get his lap back, one of his laps back.
Yeah, he went momentarily down 2 laps right there as he was actually side by side with Radburn Shutters and then pulled off from Radburn Shutters past James Silvers and is now pulling away from them. Whereas it sits right now, the way he's running, he might do himself some good to be able to get back up there and start working his way through the field. That car is looking very strong. A bit surprised to see him back. And Steve, I don't know if you remember, but Braden Black was racing in World of Thunder in our last season.
Oh, there you go.
I only know that because I had to go over his license tonight.
But James Silvers continues to lead here at Richmond as they complete lap number 87 on lap number 88. Shutters in that second spot, and there's Thomas in third, your top three. And we're about 4 car lengths back. You have Adam Lancaster. And then we're about 10 to 11 cars back. You have Robbie Richards and Jason Collins, and they're battling for 5th and 6th on the board. And they better watch out because Mo Abbott, he's right behind them, ready to pounce.
And Mo Abbott looking very strong now as he stayed really quiet the first stage. He's moved his way all the way up into 7th. He's up 8 positions, looking to jump on Jason Collins and Robbie Richards right now for that 7th and 6th position. The way that, 5th and 6th position, the way that they are going right now. We're looking a bit further back. We're looking at 2 of our other biggest movers right there. We got Scott Fritz and Justin Winters right there, right behind him, running in tow. They're looking to try to get to the inside of Nate Maurer and try to get that position away.
As we look on board with Justin Winters. Easy on the gas, coming out turn number 4. Now you hear him get on the loud pedal, down the front straightaway. Look how close Fritz and Maurer are.
Yeah, I think if you would have put a piece of paper on the side of one of those cars right there, it would have gotten ripped. Those 2 drivers running extremely close. Might have touched just a little bit, but there was no harm, no foul. Scott Fritz was able to take that position away. He's looking to run down Mo Abbott once again, get right back to his back bumper. Those 2 drivers both up 8 positions. Justin Winters looking to follow them in kind and get up there. Also be running 8 positions.
Back up front, your top 3. You throw a blanket over them right now. They've been keeping a steady pace with one another. Further back is Adam Lancaster. We're about 10 car lengths back. And then in that 5th position is Robbie Richards. Even Jason Collins is falling back a little bit with Mo Abbott, because earlier Richards, Collins, and Abbott, they were all battling.
From 4th place on back, they're about a 10th slower than the top 3 drivers right now. Ooh, a little bit of shot in the shorts from Lancaster to Thomas to Shutters right there. Those 2 drivers really starting to get at it. Both of those drivers the last few times by were faster than Silvers. Silvers has kind of locked them down, though, running right about the same pace between the 3 drivers. Virtually identical times between Silvers and Thomas that last time by.
As you see him coming down the back straightaway on lap number 95 into turn number 3. Radberg can keep it right down on the yellow line as it comes to the start-finish line. As you look at the roof cam there of the 44 Shutters, you can hear him on the gas. Look, he's off going into turn number 3.
They head down into the turns. They ride that brake just a little bit just to get the car locked into position. They don't want to get on it too hard. We already talked about earlier, this track being as hot as it is going to cause these cars to get loose and get loose a lot faster. He's taking a look to the inside of Silvers. Silvers going to pull back away down the back straightaway. But riding that brake through the corners just enough to get the car woed up to stick to the line. If they get on too much, it's going to put all the weight to the front, take it off the rear end. The rear end's going to get away from them. So these drivers doing a fantastic job right now. All 23 of them really out there on track doing a good job. Lap traffic coming up quickly for Silvers. How much is this going to play an effect for them?
Well, definitely this is playing an effect, especially if you're in 3rd spot there. Oh, Shutter goes way hot. That's going to allow Thomas to the inside. Thomas will take over 2nd at the line. But Shutters is coming back strong as they head down into turn number 1. That mistake by Shutters allowed Silvers to get away just a tad bit as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. All cars are starting to pit. There's Travis Twitty coming down pit road. Looks like Josh Clemens.
Drivers heading to pit road. They are within their pit window to make it to the end of the race. It is getting very, very close for them, I do believe. I'd say they're probably going to be sitting right around 45 to probably right around 55 laps on fuel that they can run right now. You see it on your screen. They pit on lap 50, so they're on 50 laps right now as it stands, 50 laps on their fuel. These drivers got to be wondering when they're going to hit their pit stops, if all three of these drivers in the top three are going to pit together and try to keep up the momentum that they've got running with each other's shutters. A little loose off of turn number 2 right there.
He was a little loose there, but no harm, no foul as they're coming down the front straightaway. You know, being lower on gas like that and the temperatures, let's see if they're still the same. The track temp, yes, it's still 117 out there. So the track temperature, as hot as it is, these cars really loose. Look at the 22 there. I thought he was going to make some contact.
That was definitely really close. He pulled a very sketchy move moving up onto the track where and when he did. But these drivers showing their veteran abilities there. They were able to get up and out the way and keep things rolling. Silvers is actually starting to pull away from that, caused Radburn Shutter, Stephen Thomas, and Adam Lancaster to have to back off. Adam Lancaster's caught back up to these three drivers throughout this whole ordeal, and it looks like the 12 of Robbie Richards is coming right there in tow, I do believe.
There's Robbie Richards. He's up 4 spots, and there he's in the hip pocket of the one of Adam Lancaster as they're heading down the back straightaway. Lancaster looks like he's come down pit road. So is James Silvers and Radburn Shutters. Stephen Thomas will regain the lead down the front straightaway.
First lead change we've had all night long. First time Silvers has given up the lead, pitting before Stephen Thomas. If Thomas doesn't pit in the next couple of laps, this could really play into Silvers' hands. Silvers, if he can get in and get out. Looks like Thomas might have heard us, might have been reading our minds on that one there and coming in on that lap there. But Silvers, if he can get out and get moving and get that position right back, Jason Collins will now cycle in as the second new leader of the race and get hit 1 lap led for him. Watching right now to see when our lead drivers will get back on tracks. You see him there, Stephen Thomas, still sitting pit side.
And there's James Silvers right directly behind the 3 of Jason Collins. Brad Deere scored in second. Michael Robinson in third. There's Sean Kostritza there. And James Silvers in fifth. Silvers getting back around. I believe that puts him back on the lead lap here at Richmond.
Yes, it does. Silvers currently sits fifth. He's been the class of field all race long. He's in fifth. He's got his lap back. Current leader Jason Collins, and Brad Neer was running second. He's going to head down pit road. It's going to cycle the lead to Michael Robinson. Once Michael Robinson pits, it will cycle back to Silvers and Radburn Shutters. Those 2 drivers doing a good job getting into pits and getting right back out. Robinson is pitting this time by.
Well, in that third position right now is Brandon Robertson. Or not in third, but once Michael Robinson makes his pit stop, everything cycles around. It's going to be Silver, Shutter, Robertson, Abbott, and Bauer, your top 5. There's James Silvers, your race leader, coming down the back straightaway. Out of turn number 4, we complete lap number 109 out of 150.
One of these drivers that the pit stops really played into his favor for is the 48 of Mo Abbott. He has worked his way up into third now with that pit cycle. He made his way around Brandon Robertson. Now here comes Stephen Thomas. He's making his way around him as well. Mo Abbott now starting to gain ground, pull away from the 23 of Stephen Thomas. It's working to gain ground on the leaders. He currently sits about 3.5 seconds back the last couple of times by, running just about a 10th off of the leaders. But that was, Steve, that was in traffic that he did that.
Definitely. Now look at the 0-1 of Fritz to the inside of Maurer. Had to get on the break there not to get into Maurer, as Maurer battling with a 2. And that is Brandon Robertson. And look at Justin Witters there into 7. He thought about putting in there 3 wide. Looks to the inside. Thought better of it. Now the let's see here. Oh, the 10 is a lap down. That's Darius Boyd there. Onto the outside now. Look at Witters. That's a move for 7th. Bringing with him the 12 machine of Robbie Richards.
Robbie Richards now starting to move right along with those two drivers. Fritz and Winters both up 9 positions. Looking back up front, James Silvers has taken the lead back. He has led the majority of this race. The pit cycle was the only thing that lost him the lead. He brought it right back as soon as it all cycled back around. He's looking to put Tony Iverson a lap down. Iverson currently sits 18th, so that'll be six drivers, yes, a lap down. Once he gets around him right there, it is 6 out of the 23 drivers a lap down.
On lap number 114 out of 150 here at Richmond. You're watching the Bluegrass 150, the Xfinity Series for the Bluegrass. Right now, Mo Abbott, he's up 11 spots. He's the only driver up double digits since the start of the race. He's been keeping it clean here.
Yes, he has fallen back to 4th as Stephen Thomas has gotten around him. Now he's under heavy pressure from Adam Lancaster and the War Machine. Lancaster looking to his inside. Abbott able to shut the door down into turn number 3, but he slides up. Lancaster taking a peek to his inside again.
Could not make it happen. Now going into turn number 1, Lancaster goes back to the bottom. The 48, Mo Abbott goes high. Give it to Lancaster. Lancaster taking over that 4th position. As James Silvers continues to lead with Shutters and Thomas, your top 3. Brandon Robertson in the 2s in that 10th position. There's Bryce Hunter in 11th. Brad Neer is currently running 12th. Then you have Tyler Evans in the 22. Jason Collins in the 3, currently running 14th. And Michael Robinson, Sean Kostritza. Excuse me. That sneeze came on in a hurry. The 99 went way high there. He'll let everybody go. That's Josh Clemens. He didn't want to be in the way. He wanted the other drivers to race it out. But James Silvers out front here at Richmond for the Bluegrass 150 live on Ultimate Dirt TV. Simulcasted on the Bluegrass Facebook page and YouTube and dirtfan.com and other platforms across Facebook.
That last time by, the fastest car on track was the 44 of Radburn Shutters, followed by Adam Lancaster in 4th in the number 1 machine. Both of those two drivers running a 23.3. They are quickly doing what they can to start running down the leaders once again. You see right there, teammates still running together. James Silvers, Radburn Shutters still sticking together, still racing hard. We will have 31 laps to go as we come around turn number 4 and hit the stripe.
As we're looking at the last lap times on the board there, Silvers with a 23.50, but look at Shutters, a 23.41. And look at Thomas, even quicker, with a 23.36.
And Thomas right now showing he is the fastest car on track. So Shutters was running nearly identical times with him, but once he got back up to the back bumper of Silvers, does appear as though he is backed off. Those two drivers are stuck right now behind lap traffic. Shutters going to take a move to the inside of Silvers for the race lead. Too little too late is not going to work as Silvers gets the run through the corner. Silvers going to pull back down on his right front corner to hold him off. Silvers holding on to the race lead. Shutter sticks to the inside. He's going to pull up behind Silvers now, heading down into turn number 1. Those two drivers, about a half car length between them into 1.
Well, you go back to 3rd place. There is Stephen Thomas. He has about 14 car lengths behind Radburn Shutters. And there is Mo Abbott. Or Adam Lancaster, I'm sorry. There's Mo Abbott. And then Robbie Richards right behind him. Justin Winters in that 7th spot. He's up 10 positions to the start of the race. He's tied with, right now, the driver Him and Mo Abbott both up 10 spots to start this race. So they're the biggest movers right now, both in double digits.
Scott Fritz has seemingly calmed down as Justin Winters has gotten by him. Those two drivers were going heel to toe along with Mo Abbott following behind him, working their way through the field. The green flag pit stop seemed to have slowed that down a little bit. Winters and Fritz were able to stay together, but Winters has now gotten by Fritz. They're looking to try to run down Robbie Richards now. Fritz currently sits in 8th, up 8 spots. Back up front, though, we've still got James Silvers leading the way by about a car length over Radburn Shutters. Had a little bit of a battle going on just moments ago, but it seems to have calmed down. Shutters has backed off a little bit. Started taking it easy. Still 25 laps to go.
25 to go for James Silvers. This race has been caution-free so far. So we haven't got to see the Blanchard's towing cautions. And, a lot of us are saying, thank goodness, the race has been going pretty good. But yes, if you're in Central Maine needing a tow, give a shout out, give a call to Blanchard's Towing.
Looking on screen right now, we see the 23 of Stephen Thomas. He's had a good run, a strong run. Our top 3 drivers have been top 3 all night. This is where they started. Biggest changes of the night would be that of the 7 of Justin Winters back in 7th. But right now, it is still the James Silver show. So we look on board with Stephen Thomas in the 23. You see the leaders just up ahead of him. The leaders are heading down into turn number 1 now, and here comes Thomas. About 2 seconds later, he heads down into turn number 1. He's doing everything he can to catch up to those leaders. He's running about a half a tenth quicker than what the leaders are still.
As you look right there, the 33 and the 44, they're teammates, running 1-2. As next time by, be 20 to go. Look at Shutters. He goes a little high there. Look at the 56 of the lap car, Brady Blackburn. He must have thought better of it. Try to race the 44 machine. Let off of it, let him go around. And there you see Stephen Thomas. The gap is starting to close with Shutters and Thomas there. Slowly but for surely. 20 laps to go for James Silvers.
20 laps, the race nearing an end very, very quickly. These laps staying green flag is making them take off extremely fast. We take a look at a speed shot there coming across the stripe. Long line, almost all single filed out right now. You see the lap car. Believe that is Braden Black looking to go around the leaders to try to get one of his laps back right there. Probably not what Silvers and Shutters is wanting to see. But hey, he's making it work.
Yes, he's making it work. He's back around. Got one of his laps back, but he's still a couple laps down. James Silvers with 18 to go, coming down the backstretch. Oh, look how crossed up the 44 was. He was Wampus caddy.
It was very Wampus caddy Wampus, however you want to say it. He was very sideways coming off of that corner. Does a good job to save it and hold on to it. Don't think he hit the wall or anything. It's not going to be any damage to that car. And Steven didn't slow him down at all as he very quickly caught right back up to James Silvers.
Definitely he does. It seems like every time he makes a mistake, the next lap, he's definitely quicker. Closes up the gap that he lost. Coming out turn number 4. Now look at Shutters. Looks to the inside. Cannot make the move as they come to 16 to go. They both run that middle line. Look at Radburn now. He will exit lower than Silvers out of turn number 2. That's going to allow him to pull up alongside him. Down into turn number 3. Will Silver shut the door? No, he does not. That allows Shutters to look underneath him some more as they come out turn number 4. BJ, you got to wonder if these two start battling out, what will happen with Stephen Thomas, because he's coming. And you got lap cars ahead of him.
That is a very good factor to keep in mind. Stephen Thomas is just waiting for this. And these two drivers, they've been playing nice all race long, but every so often you see Shutters start to take that look to the inside of Silvers. And Steve Silvers mentioned it at the stage break. He was worried about how fast Radburn Shutters has been and how fast he can be. He's worried about trying to hold off Shutters to the end of the race. That tells me these two drivers do not plan on playing nice to the end of the race.
Oh, a red
Caution,
Collins
flag wave,
around.
Collins facing the wrong direction right in front of the leaders.
Let's look at the replay. Collins comes up, and Blackbird was just there. But we're going to look at a different angle. So there you see Collins. I think we went too far. There we go.
It's about the same. You see Collins, looks like he got a little crossed up off the corner. He's sliding down the track right there. He's actually very loose. And in recovery of the car, the 56 of Braden Black just gets a run to his outside. Collins could not stop the car from sliding up, comes across his nose by the looks of it. Looks like Mr. Collins is going to be more than likely taking it down pit road and trying to get some repairs done to that thing.
Well, pit stops are happening. James Silvers down pit road. Radburn Shutters and Adam Lancaster, Michael Robinson, and Tyler Evans have stayed on track. All right, and first off pit road, give it to Radburn Shutters. In the 44, James Silvers out. Second, Scott Fritz, Stephen Thomas.
And that is not what Silvers is wanting to see. He is not wanting to see Shutters in front of him. Shutters has been faster than him the majority of the night, but he's been able to hold him off, maintain his line, and not let Shutters around him. Now Shutters being ahead of him, he's going to have a very tough fight to get back ahead of him. Robinson looks as though he might not be taking it pit side as he's staying out on track still. But Steve, one other thing to keep in mind, sitting in your top 5 now, he's had a rough race. He's been slowly trying to creep his way forward. Now he sits in 4th. That is Scott Fritz in the 01 machine. He sits in 4th, and Steve, he only took 2 tires.
The strategy game, because you look at Scott Fritz, his first pit stop on lap 50, his second pit stop on lap 50, his third on lap number 38. Your race leader, first pit stop, that's Robinson on lap 50. Second pit stop was on lap 58. And his last pit stop on lap number 34. With 32 laps on the tires.
Yeah.
I said it wrong. I said laps, and that's how many laps it actually ran. So.
Yeah. Well, I got you.
Michael Robinson, BJ. Could he be the heartbreaker tonight?
You know, he very well could be. He had the late pit strategy on that last pit cycle. Right now, sitting in the lead position. It could be his night. It could not be. He's going to have the oldest tires of the top 3. Scott Fritz, even older tires. He sits back there in 4th, but he's going to have 2 fresh ones that, depending on how the car's been handling, Steve, we saw it work for Jason Collins last week. This could be exactly what Scott Fritz needs in order to get that good finish that he's looking for here tonight.
Definitely. Coming to 8 laps to go, we take the green. Robinson on the inside, Shutters on the out. Barney, the iRacing flagman's going to be paying them attention when they go green. Green flag is waving. 9 laps to go, now 8 when they cross the line. Robinson, your race leader, goes into turn number 1. He gets a little push from the 33. Silvers goes around. We got Rex Scott Fritz around on the back straightaway. It's mayhem.
Cars flying everywhere. The old tires on the 88 of Michael Robinson.
So
The old tires really hurt Silvers right there.
as we look, we go into turn number 1. Everything's looking a little fine. Now comes Silvers and gives him a little tap barely. And then the 23s to the inside, they make contact. That's what gets the 33 around. And then back up across the track into the one of Scott Fritz. Fritz hard into that outside wall. The 12 involved.
What a heartbreaking run for some of these drivers. Worked their way through the field, had a lot of work to do it, and then Silvers looking to have his best finish here in the Bluegrass Xfinity Series, expressing his displeasure over the comms. Man, he is extremely upset, and rightfully so. That 33 machine is absolutely destroyed from the penthouse to the outhouse in just a split second.
And he has motor damage right now. So you got to think, when he barely got into Michael Robinson, he had to get on the brake a little bit there. Thomas had nowhere to go, made contact with him on the inside, and he got loose, corrected, and went straight up to the wall, collected Fritz there. Tough luck for James Silvers in that 33.
And Silver's night has come to an end with that motor damage and no fast repairs in this series. Steve, that I can understand his frustration.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Heartbreaking moment. I was actually kind of starting to pull for him there.
Now, right now, 4 laps to go. The caution lights are still on. Next time by will be 3 laps to go. Michael Robinson sitting in that second spot there has a chance to get a podium finish tonight.
And you got to think that whole caution, by the looks of it, played back to Michael Robinson being on the old tires and holding up Silvers. Silvers, the run into the corner, bumps his back corner, backs down. Thomas, nowhere to go, gets into him, sends Silvers around, causing a whole caution. You got to wonder what's going to happen here once again, as Michael Robinson is still on the front row, still on those old tires. He hasn't pitted, Steve, since lap 108.
No, he hasn't. And you know what's going to happen? When we come back, green will be 2 to go. And you know what? Throw everything out the window, because this fixes to get wild. The final 2 laps here at Richmond. Michael Robinson, can he get a podium finish tonight? Radbird Shutters, can he pick up the win? Pace car is in. Barney the iRacing flagman looking him over. We're racing here. Coming to 2 to go. Good start there by Shutters. Look at Adam Lancaster. Goes to the second spot there. The 6 of Brad Neer pushes up a tad bit. No harm, no foul. We continue. Oh, the 88 into the wall, down the back straightaway. 3 wide. That is for 4th, 5th, and 6th on the board. Coming to the white flag, Radbird Shutters. And we got 1 around caution on the racetrack. I believe that's Mo Abbott upside down on his lid.
Going for a wild ride in that 48. That thing just bouncing around on its lid. He just gets turned there in turns number 3 and 4. Had a good race going for him, and now he's sitting way back yonder. And that looked like Jason Collins once again sitting on the infield. White flag was waving, but the leader had not hit the stripe yet. And the caution flag waves.
So let's rewind it a little bit there. Let's dissect this. So you see the 88 ahead, and you know he was up against the wall. He sees him coming down. You gotta wonder, did he barely tap the brake? Because he just kicks loose right there.
It looks like there might have just been just a hair of contact between those two drivers. Mo Abbott did express his displeasure momentarily shortly after the caution flag was waving. You know, it's really tough to say.
As he starts to go end over end. As we look on board with Mo Abbott. Because there you see the 88. And then I say the car just kicks around sideways right there when he was battling with the 22 of Tyler Evans. He's sideways, waiting for contact with Collins. Another hit and over there. That would give me a headache.
Yeah, for sure. And for a lack of better words, upon review of the caution from race control, for lack of better words, Mo Abbott going around was due to, we'll say, literally unavoidable contact between the 22 and the 48. Those of you on iRacing, I'm sure you could fill in the gaps on that one there, but very unfortunate turn of events for the driver of the 48 as well as other drivers that got collected in it.
Because if you look at the replay that we showed a few minutes ago, I mean, you really don't see the contact, but if you in iRacing, you know certain things happen, and it happened, and it kicked the car sideways. And around he goes. And to him, you know, he felt the punch. Just visibly, it was not there. Lights are going back out. We're going back green, white, checkered. Adam Lancaster, BJ. Can he do something? Can he pick up the win?
You know, he's had a fast car all night, but Radburn Shutters has actually had the faster car and does not have damage. Look at the damage all over that one machine. It's really going to play into Shutters' favor. Lancaster's really going to have to be on the ball and try to take off on this one. Pace car's off. They're in the restart zone. Field is in Shutters' hands. Side by side. Great start for Lancaster there as they stay side by side down into turn number 1. 2 laps to go. Radburn Shutters on the inside. Lancaster on the outside. They still stay side by side as they come out of turn number 2.
Oh, the Lancaster on the outside wall. Brad near to the inside. The battle for second going into turn number 3. Lancaster not giving up easy as Near closes in. The white flag is waving. One more to go. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1.
Top 3 now single filing out. This is going to be Shutters' race to lose at this point. Lancaster with a fantastic start. Blew it off the corners. He got up in the wall. Brad Near looking for the mistake from Lancaster's not going to get it. Shutters going to come home with the Bluegrass 150 win, followed by Lancaster. Near your top 3. Nate Maurer, Sean Kostritza, your top 5.
Give it to Radburn Shutters picking up the win in that 44 machine. Taking a look at your results on the board. Picking up the win, Radburn Shutters. Adam Lancaster comes home second. Brad Near, Nate Maurer, and Sean Kostritza, your top 5. Then you got Brandon Robertson, Tyler Evans, Darius Boyd, Bryce Hunter getting a top 10, BJ, with Justin Witters in 10th.
Look at Bryce go. Robbie Richards going to come home in 11th. Scott Fritz 12th. Chris LeBourgeois 13th. Michael Robinson 14th. Tony Alverson 15th. Travis Twitty 16th. Dylan Merriam 17th. Jason Collins 18th. And then it's going to be Braden Black, Moab, Stephen Thomas, James Silvers, and Josh Clemens rounding out your field. What a race to the finish there, Stephen. One of the best restarts I've seen all season long from Adam Lancaster there.
Definitely, it was a good restart for him. Definitely a good restart. I mean, he did everything he could to try to take it. I mean, he barely made contact with the outside wall. As we're waiting for your top 3 for post-race interviews. And, they're a little slow getting here. That's all right. Well, if we have to, we'll start digging.
Yeah. But, till we do that, Radburn Shutters with his best finish of the season. This is really going to help him out in points. Take a look and remind everybody of where the points were sitting going into tonight. We were sitting with Fritz in the lead, Doucette in second, Lancaster in third. It's really going to help him out to get that second place tonight. Mo Abbott in fourth, tied with Michael Robinson. Then there's going to be Brandon Robertson in sixth, and he will be tied with Stephen Thomas for sixth as well. We got a tie for eighth with Nate Maurer, Brad Neer, and then Jason Collins rounding out the top 10 here in the points chase for the season. Well, we got one of them that made it.
We got one. We're going to give the 1 minute call out for the poster. If they want to interview, they got 1 minute to get down here. It looks like right now we're going to interview your winner. Radburn, congratulations on your win.
Oh man, I appreciate it, dude. What a ride.
Definitely was a good night for you. I mean, your teammate had a little tough luck there at the end, but y'all dominated the race.
Yeah, I hated to see him go there at the end. Dude absolutely ran an excellent race, led almost every lap there. And, you hate to see it with your teammate, but, at least one of us come away with the win. And we had a couple guys, I think, in the top 3, actually. Brad jumped in there at the end, so glad to see it, man.
Well, definitely. I mean, it looked like you made a couple mistakes, but it seemed like every time you made a mistake, you were closed back in.
Yeah, chasing down James there was a little hectic. This place doesn't make it easy to pass whatsoever, so kind of pulling every line and every trick out of the hat and really just putting myself backwards every time, but that's kind of short track stuff there.
Definitely it is. Go ahead, thank those fine sponsors making it all possible.
Yeah, got to thank BK Paints. We've got 4 awesome paints that we're running every week. Mountain View Detailing, Sorrells Marathon, Aerial Pros of Western North Carolina, and Function Junction for helping us put this together.
All right, your race winner, Radburn Shutters.
Appreciate it, man.
Looks like BJ's going to catch up with your second place finisher.
That's right. I've caught up here with the driver of the number 1 machine, Adam Lancaster. Adam, what a run tonight. Congratulations on second place.
Yeah, man, it's good to talk to you guys. It's been a while, right? Good night for us tonight. Wasn't really expecting that. Richmond's not one of my better racetracks, but hung in there throughout the race and kept our track position. Didn't do anything, didn't make any bad decisions or kind of beat ourselves. And had a shot at it at the end there, and I didn't realize until I got out of the car that how much damage I had in the front and the rear. So we stuffed her down into one and hope it stuck, and it didn't. So we bounced her off the fence, and just your typical green-white checker.
Absolutely, it was. And you had one of the best outside pole restarts that I've seen all season long. For a second there, it looked like you were going to be able to have them, but as you said, you stuck it down in there and it didn't quite stick. You bounced it off the wall and gave it away. How frustrating was that as you came off turn number 2 and got into the wall?
Well, like I said, after I got the damage there, the car was tighter. Especially the longer the run went on, and I thought I was in a better position the restart before that when I got to restart on the bottom. But it's I hate not to win the race. Obviously, that was the goal tonight, was to try to win. But like I said, Richmond's not one of my better racetracks, and to have a shot at the win there, and it was good points night. I've been chasing Scott in the 0-1 group, for that points lead, and so he's been inching away from me week by week. We gave up a lot of points, and so should have been top 3 at Fontana. We should have been top 3 at Texas, and really we had the speed to win. Just had bad finishes each one of those races, gave away a lot of points. So I'll take it. Again, it's fun to get up there and race for the win, but we'll take it.
Absolutely. You're mentioning the points there. You're sitting in third going into the night behind Fritz and Doucette. So tonight, these points coming in second place, so those two drivers being mired way back in the field, this is really going to help you out as we head towards the halfway point of the season.
Yeah, I hope so. Leading the points and being up there in the points is important, and there's I believe a reward for that at the end of the regular season. But ultimately, the stage points and winning these races and getting playoff points is what it's all about. The playoffs in the Bluegrass iRacing Series is a gauntlet of racetracks that anything can happen. And it has happened to me in seasons past. So I know that it's really important to try to accumulate as many points as possible, get those playoff points, and stack those things up heading into the playoffs.
All right. Well, congratulations again on your second place finish. Go ahead and thank those sponsors, teammates, everybody who helps you get up there.
Yeah, well, I think last time I talked to you guys, I didn't thank you guys. So I appreciate you guys for an awesome broadcast and all that you guys do. Lancaster Transmissions and Kinder Performance Group, Ghostface Brewing, Rims One, Alex Huffman Designs for a Bad to the Bone paint scheme every time. And I just thank my teammate Justin Winters. He's an awesome teammate to work with, and really, really smart, and he's got plenty of speed as well. He just hadn't been able to show it just yet, so I'm excited to get him up front in some of these races and get him a win this season.
Absolutely. Congratulations again, and I believe Steve, you caught up with our third place finisher.
Well, Brad coming home in third tonight. A podium finish. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks, guys. It was a long race. I felt like I was only about a 7th or 8th place car, but some luck fell our way there at the end and came home third.
Definitely it did. I mean, you were mired back, around about 8th on the first green white checkered, or the first, second to last caution, something around about there?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's where we were at, and I decided to take 2 tires, to gain some track position, and just glad it worked out.
Definitely have to watch the big one, didn't you? Going into out turn number 2 there with James Silvers and everybody that was involved in that one. Definitely have to watch it, because that back straightaway closed up in a heartbeat when that happened.
Oh yeah, well I got a little bit of front end damage from that. It wasn't bad, but yeah, it clogged up in a hurry, and it just sucks for my teammate to have that kind of a race and get it taken away from him. But I mean, Radburn and Silvers, they had the dominant cars. I mean, they were hooked up tonight.
Definitely they were. So your strategy going into tonight, I mean, we saw you fall back you know, we're about 12th or 13th. And then you're mainly a mid-pack most of the race, you know. Was that the strategy to stay mid-pack, stay clean, out of the trouble before it actually started happening?
The strategy was to stay out of the wall. This is one of my least favorite tracks because I'm never any good here. And Brandon Holder worked with me over the weekend, and we turned, you know, quite a few laps, and I felt comfortable here, and I thought, well, I'll just, you know, save tires and you know, not really fight for position, you know, ruin anybody else's day. And I just wanted to complete the race with, you know, little or no damage. That was my goal.
And you accomplished that.
Yeah, like I said, they're towards the end, you know, taking 2 tires, you know, to gain track position, and then, you know, those late race cautions, we, you know, luck fell our way, and glad to bring it home third. A good points night.
Definitely. Go ahead and thank those fine sponsors making it all possible for you.
Well, I just want to thank BK Paints, putting the best looking cars on the track, Function Junction Smoke Shop, Mountain View Detailing, Aerial Professionals of WNC, Sorrells Marathon Garage, and of course my teammates at Cornerstone Motorsports, and glad we got the win. And just want to give a shout out to Doug Neal at Simbox. So thanks for putting this on, and Jason for, you know, running this league, and we will see you I think in 2 weeks at Gateway.
That's true. Yes, sir. 2 weeks. We're off next week for the 4th of July. So congratulations again on the podium finish, sir.
Yes, sir. Thanks, guys. You guys have a good night.
You too. That's Brad Neer coming home in third. Well, BJ, it got exciting the last few laps, that's for sure. It took a long time to get that first caution. We finally got it. And, you know, hey, rubbin's racing. Some people love the wrecks. Some people love the clean racing. It depends on who you are, what you're cheering for, and who you're cheering for. But we had it all tonight. We had clean racing. We had some wrecks, some tumbles. We had it all.
Yeah.
So tomorrow night, the Cup Series, same time, same place, live here on Ultimate Dirt TV. I'm Steve Mill along with BJ Duvall. We're going to sign off, say good night, God bless. But before we go, we got to thank Roasted Jim's Coffee, Kinder Performance, Buck Kicker, Blencher's Towing, Huffman Performance, and Nitro Racing, all sponsoring the Bluegrass iRacing Series here. So until tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, good night, God bless, y'all stay safe.